If you want to learn how to love more, attract love, be in love, and on top of that, love yourself and God more, then this is the video for you. So stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of A Sit Down with me, Shanacee. So on this episode, I thought that we would just have a kickback, just chill, and talk about the topic of love. For those of you who are new to my channel, this channel is all about living your best life, figuring out all the things that you want, and going after it and knowing that you deserve it and that it's possible. And so it just made so much sense for me to talk about love because I've talked about this subject with my friends and, you know, they've come to me with questions and I'm like, you know what, if I can answer the questions for you guys, then I should answer them for my subscribers as well because I love you guys too. So let's just get started with that. So my first piece of advice is to set the tone for how you want to be treated. In the beginning of my relationship, I was 18 going on 19, and I was just crushing on Justin from the first sight, and I thought it would be a good idea to just go with the flow, to try to be this perfect girl and just do everything perfect, look good, talk good, like the same things that he likes, just do whatever, you know, whatever he had in mind and just go with the flow. Just do that and then that will work out for me. And the crazy thing was it worked for a little bit, but then I was just annoyed because now I was in this, you know, relationship with this person and he had no idea what I wanted. And so that led to me just being irritated. I was so irritated at a point because I'm like, you know what? He doesn't get it. He's not making the moves that I want him to. He's not moving forward. And it got to the point where I just started talking to like outside people, my mom. I even started talking to my mom. And you know it's bad when you got to start getting your mom involved. But I got so fed up. I was like, we're gonna be together or not, because if not, I'm leaving. In the same exact moment that I said that, this man had a necklace for me. His roommate was getting ready to play a song for me, and he was gonna ask me to be his girlfriend at that moment. And here I am, like Helga Pataki with my fist balled up, like, what you about to do? So I felt really stupid, but I felt like a lot of that was because I was trying to be somebody that I wasn't. I was also not vocalizing what I wanted. Therefore, all I could do was wait for someone to read my mind. And that's crazy to think that somebody's going to read your mind. So my first piece of advice is to set the tone for how you want to be treated. Have those discussions even if they're uncomfortable. I think a lot of times you don't want to have those discussions because you don't want to scare the person off, or you don't want the person to be like, oh, they're asking for too much, or oh, I'm not looking for all that. Well, if they're not, then bye. Like, why waste your time with this person? Like, you have to understand, like, your time is valuable. And the more time that you give to somebody, the less time you have to give to somebody that's really going to treat you right and is really going to love you. If I could take back all of those petty relationships that I was in before my marriage, oh my gosh, I would. But I can't get that time back, and you can't get the time that you waste with someone who you're not meant to be with. My next tip is to be worth chasing. Are you worth chasing? And I know that sounds crazy because everyone seems like they will say yes, but that's not always necessarily true. You have to start doing the work on the inside of you because nobody wants to chase after somebody who is not moving or going anywhere. And it doesn't necessarily just mean success-wise. Like, yes, it's good if you have a good job, if you have a career in place, and if you have goals, but what are you doing on the inside? Like, do you have substance? Are you searching to find out, like, you know, who you are and the things that you want? Are you thinking about your future and what does all that look like for you? Like, do that soul searching, because for me, I really found that when I started to do that, I could better identify too what I wanted from other people. And when somebody sees you doing the work within yourself, they respect it and they're like, okay, I see this person is just more than looks, more than beauty, more than, you know, what meets the eye. And that's intriguing. Like, you know, if somebody has more to show for themselves than just the things that they have, but they have substance, that is of value, and people are going to chase after what's valuable. So make sure that you build up your value. My last tip is my favorite tip. It's God over everything, like for real. And I know people hashtag bless, you know, post to death, but you gotta be about that thing. Like for me, I seen a total shift in my relationship with Justin. In the whole 5 years that we were together before I started doing the whole celibacy thing, the 5 years, they were cool, but the 3 years were amazing. And I know that the last 3 years of us dating was so amazing because God was in it. And I just get so tired of people downplaying God and downplaying the power of God in your life, because God is not, it's just not about going to church. It's just not about, you know, reading the Bible or whatever. You do those things, but it's really about finding yourself, because you find yourself when you go to the source, the creator, the person who made you. And when you go to the source, he teaches you things about yourself. Like for me, the biggest thing that God taught me was how to love myself. I had been loving myself superficially. I love myself because of my looks. I love myself because of my potential and the things that I could do, the things that I brought to the table. And that's where my value came from. But I realized that my value was more than that in God's eyes. God loved me unconditionally. It wasn't about what I could do for him, because I could never do anything to amount to what he's done for me. I could never, you know, accomplish anything big enough to get myself, you know, in a place of love with him. He just loved me because. And that type of love inspired me to love myself that way. Like, Shanacee, I love you not just because of the things that you do and the way that you do them, but I love you just because you're lovable and you're deserving of love and you're a beautiful person. And I love you because of your spirit. I love you because of your drive. And I just found things about myself that I loved and that weren't based upon my accolades, that weren't based upon, you know, what I could do next, but it was just based upon the bare bones me. Like, if I didn't do anything else, I love myself because of who I am and who created me. And when you get to that place, man, it opens up so much doors for you, because not only are you loving God more, you're learning how to love God, you're building this relationship, you're building this consciousness about the world, about how to love yourself, how to love others. But then on top of that, you're thinking about what type of life that you want to build, what your life looks like. And that's inspiring to other people, because when I was coming to Justin with these epiphanies that I had, like, oh my God, I'm learning this, or God showed me this, or I read this in the Bible, I feel like he was like, whoa, like, what's going on here? Like, she's doing all of this, what's going on? And I remember him saying, like, okay, I'm moving down there. He was in Chicago at the time and I was in Detroit, and we were long distance. And he moved down here to see what I was doing. He like used to lie and say, no, I moved for opportunities, but bro, no you didn't. And now he finally admits, like, yeah, I moved for you. I chased after you to see what you were doing, because I did not want to let you go. And I was just so proud of that, because I'm so proud that I chose God over everything. Like, I remember being at the point where I was like, God, it's you or nothing. Like, if anyone or anything is in the way of us, let me know. I will get rid of it. I don't want any toxicity. I don't want anybody in my life who's not meant to be there. God, just order my steps. Like, I'm ride or die with you. I'm not ride or die with the man. I'm not ride or die with the family member. I'm not ride or die with my money. God, I'm ride or die with you. And that type of attitude, it just let everything else fall into place. And I'm just so thankful that God opened my eyes to that, because it's gotten me to where I am. So that is the biggest key, like God over everything. And my last thing is, if you guys heard all of this advice and you're still thinking like, ooh, you know, I wonder if my relationship aligns with these things, I will say this. Yes, I did say in the beginning that my relationship started off different, and it was rocky in the beginning, and it did change, but it wasn't me who changed it. You cannot change another person. Only that person can change themselves, and only God can do the work that you need to be done. It's not your job to change someone. And I know a lot of people be like, oh my God, boo, don't leave him. You've been with him for 3 years. He took you to Punta Cana. He got you a promise ring. Okay, and so what? If that person isn't loving you the way that you need to be loved, if he's not showing you a future, if he's not talking about the future, he or she not talking about the future, not showing any initiative or any growth, or not aligning with the things that you want in life, please do not waste any more time thinking that that person is going to grow with you. It's okay to give people an opportunity. It's okay to watch people grow, but it's not your obligation to be tethered to dead weight for the rest of your life. And that's one thing that I'm so thankful for. I'm thankful for God showing me my worth so that I can add tax to it, so that I can put a demand on Justin and telling him all the things that I wanted, all the things that I desired, and giving him the opportunity to meet those needs. And thank God that he met them. But if he didn't, I can't guarantee that I would have stuck around for it, because God showed me what I deserve. And so I challenge you to do that. Take an audit of the relationships in your life. Get rid of the people who are not living up to the expectations and the goals that you're setting in place. Learn how to love yourself, but most importantly, give that love and that time with God. Spend that time with him and let him get in the midst of your stuff and straighten it out for you. So hopefully that this video helped you guys. I love this topic. Let me hear what you guys think about it. Leave a comment in the comment section. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, and last thing, make sure you hit the bell, the notification bell, so that you can receive notifications whenever I post. I am so excited for your lives to change, and I will see you guys in my next video. So thank you for watching another episode of A Sit Down with me, Shanacee.